punk.
After all the whining and moaning and complaining McDuff's has been doing to upper management about me, like this stream of emails, all this crap, and they said, well, let's just give him 1 day off, okay? We'll let him cool. I mean, give me a whatever. I laughed when they talked about it. $23 tanks for a Velo, 19 tanks for BCQ.
No!
And we're still waiting for that to finish up, man.
The tank numbers have varied between 15 and 30 for both of these players at least a dozen times. The tank count has gone up and down between 50. So me giving you the tank count right now, like an hour into the game, says nothing. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, if BC doesn't finish in time, we may have to see McDuff's versus Gomez for the final.
Me versus Gomez,
The finals might end up being tomorrow. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is getting late for many players in Europe.
Battle cruises into the night.
BCQT has no resources at all, and no resources left to mine. Avilo has got some few mineral patches in the bottom right-hand corner, and some mineral patches on the right side. Other than that, Avilo is out of minerals as well.
Alright, I'm going to switch this to some Pantera.
And it does appear that the Bulgarian bad man himself is in the chat, Mr. Addicted himself.
Oh,
the Bulgarian badass.
Yeah, man, Mr. Addicted. Where, you know, everything's in balance to him. He's a valued member of the community.
Welcome back.
But I'm glad I'm not playing, man. I'm glad I just get to sit back here half awake. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
I feel bad. I mean, BCQT and Avilo, they're going to need a break after this game. There's no way they can play a game. You know what I mean?
That's for sure. And thanks, guys, for joining us. Let me go ahead and explain a little bit of what's happening to those new people out there. There's some epic giant battle going on between Avilo versus BCQT. There's been nukes, battle cruisers, every unit on the Terran army, and we're gonna be casting that replay after we finish after that series finishes up. We do see Gomez in the finals winning against In Nirvana, and whoever wins this, this is only the first game. And this game has been going on for 41 minutes now, guys. 41 minutes this game has been going. We saw another game yesterday between BCQT. Let me see if I can find that in here.
With BCQT and Care.
Yeah, BCQT and Care. I'm just trying to find it so I can see exactly how long it was, because it was like 40 minutes.
Why don't you cast that replay while we're waiting?
Okay, so here's to show what BCQT can do. Here's a replay of him facing off against Care. This is another 42-minute game. So I'll just go over this real fast. And welcome to the chat, Gomez.
You can fast forward it.
Yeah, I will definitely fast forward it. And I'm going to leave the music on, but I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. So here we go. Let's go ahead and see what happens in this. This was a pretty crazy match yesterday between these two players. This was the finals of yesterday's Craft Cup. So the winner of this game went on to take the belt. And for those who know the answer, don't spoil it for the people out there watching. I'm just fast forwarding it here if you guys couldn't tell. We had BCQT try to push in with 5 Marines and an SCV, but couldn't do it because the bunker was right there from Care. As we see an expansion going down from Care, we also see BCQT with the 1-1-1 build, and he is pumping out a Viking. I can't believe I couldn't even believe this match when we saw it, man. And here comes some Marines and a tank. Gonna push that Hellion back. Five Marines out for Care and one tank as well. Another Marine joining the fray. We do see, well, not really a fray. There's really nothing going on between these two. As we see an expansion going down from BCQT, he's opting to build it there. And we see BCQT coming forth here. And it's two tanks, Marines and Hellions, and it all came down to tanks. Tank-on-tank action here.
Doves.
Yeah, what's up?
The sign panels are still up, and someone wants
oh,
to
you know
take
what?
them down.
That's right. My bad, guys. Sorry about that. I'm glad you told me.
And by the way, neither player, I asked Avilo if he wants to call it a stalemate. He refuses to call it a stalemate. And BCQT, on the other hand, says he's going to start camping just like Avilo has. And so I'm not sure what to do, or...
Well, just stay in it, man. We'll just
right.
We'll continue casting this. It's a 40-minute match, and I'm only going to speed up through parts of it.
Well, didn't Bliss add the stalemate protection?
Yeah, but the rules are that there has to be no income. So I'm guessing both players have some sort of income.
Actually, well, Avilo is got 2 mineral patches in the bottom right-hand corner and 3 mineral patches on the right side. As soon as those mineral patches are completed, there will be no resource usage. If you'd like, guys would like to explain what the stalemate rules are, that'd be great.
Yeah, but just, keep it, hush-hush for now. People are complaining again. So
Okay.
yeah, don't spoil it for the guys.
All right.
I will get those replay rules, though. I'll go find them right now.
Oh, hey, look, I see 7 wraiths going across the board. No, just...
Wraiths.
These 7 wraiths are going to win the game.
Science vessel.
Oh, man, a science vessel's here. It's going to ruin the day.
Oh, Dark Swarm's going down and up. Oh, it's GG.
How the hell did he get a Defiler?
Wow, a dark Archon is going to win this game.
Mind
A
control.
spore colony.
What's going down? All right, anyways. So if you're looking at it, we see Care actually taking the whole middle of the map and actually holding onto it for quite a bit. BCQT sitting up in his base with a bunch of siege tanks. He has 3 bases, and we see Care with 3 bases as well. And it looked, it just looking at it, we do see Care actually like fortifying the middle of this, the middle of the map here, and he ends up building a line of defense and fortification all the way up by the, by where the high yield ramp is. And we also constantly see this, this Xel'Naga watchtower down here continuously contested. And BCQT trying to go for another expansion, moves out some tanks, and he's going to try to contest this Xel'Naga tower once again. And Marines taking some shots there. BCQT moving his command center over once again. Scans being laid down, and tanks and Care is going to try to push up this ramp. Gonna get all the way on top of this plateau here, and BCQT is gonna fight him off with Vikings and Hellions.
I'm not going to say who, dude, but somebody's out of gas.
So yeah, the stalemate detection, as Tori just said in the chat, is the rules for it are if they have no income, no production, or they haven't destroyed any enemy structures for 3 consecutive minutes.
Ah.
And we do see another expansion going down from Care. That is going to be the high yield expansion of the game thus far. We do see BCQT building 2 more command centers as this force from Care comes in. Siege is up, and it's going to contest these command centers. These Vikings going to fly over and land, and they're going to take out these tanks, or at least try. They get taken out, and Care continues to assault this expansion here by BCQT. This game really shows that that war is hell. BCQT unsieged tanks, moves them in just as this this little. Okay, I want to rewind that and slow that down. This little attack that happened here was kind of funny, actually. Maybe a misclick, but anyways, when this attack goes in, he just moves the units, and they all get pretty much pummeled by these tanks.
You
Show
can pop
some
the APM up
Yep,
top.
I just saw that in the chat. Anyways, so there's the APM for you guys. And okay, so Kara unsieges his tanks. And he starts to move them out and up to the ramp. And then, oh wait, he turns to this ledge and right-clicks and just goes right there and sits for a second. Loses a lot of his forces and then starts to attack. And he tries to climb the ramp, but he knows he can't because those siege tanks are just pummeling him with shells. And we see Marines being dropped right here from Care to Beastie QT, you know, successfully repelling this expansion once again. And that's like the main thing that happened here was Care did a lot of you know, containing here to BCQT, and he ends up sitting ahead, and we see that Care is actually throwing down his high yield expansion right now, and he successfully lays that down. There is a Hellion to try to deal with some SCVs. This Hellion will be dealt with once it gets in this main base. After it gets some kills, there will be some Marines to try to take care of that. We see another contention on BCQT's main third expansion here, as these Marines go and take out those tanks and start to do damage. This high yield is being mined from, but not by many SCVs because they were taken out by the Hellions. We see a liftoff and a repair going down with all these SCVs as these SCVs move away, and BCQT gets ready to combat this little force here.
Did you miss the gold standard, Duffs?
Oh, you know, I'm not even counting it because it's a replay.
It's still a gold standard.
I guess it is. So there is a gold standard, guys.
Good thing I opened a beer.
There you go.
People getting angry in chat. More gold standard.
All right, guys. All right. My bad. I wasn't looking at it in that way. Just because this is a replay from yesterday, you know, it's not live. Figured you wanted to take gold standards to live things, but all right. So we do have a gold standard, and look at this. We have this expansion by BCQT going to land on this island, but maybe not, because here comes a medvac filled with Marines by Care, and Care ends up taking care of this expansion once again. And as Hellions up here ripping apart all these SCVs on that gold standard. Is that better for you guys? Anyways, we see... we see Care take care of those Hellions, and all the SCVs are pretty much gone on this gold standard anyway, as we see Marines sitting on this Zelnaga watchtower. Two more command centers being built here as we have a dropship approaching the back of BCQT's base, and this is where the dropship actually sits there for quite a while. And once we get this giant attack here, as these Hellions move forward, lighting all these Marines on fire, these tanks push forward as well, and they're going to siege up around this Zelnaga watchtower. Just as these Marines come up onto this plateau, they get bombarded with shells and taken out. Here come the Hellions from behind the grass, and all those Marines are burning. And we see this drop actually happen at the same time that was going on. There was a drop in the back of BCQT's base as these SCVs moved off the line. Not too many losses here as Care continues to move forward, and that dropship is going to be in peril here as it moves towards the Vikings. Anyways, once these command centers finish, we will have a second gold standard.